The ultimate owners of economies were citizens and their governments, not banks and companies. If assets value are in constant cycle of speculation and collapse, and if employment goes up and down like a yo-yo, it is fatal for a capital economy. The uncertainty in business cycles means people will not invest for a long term as they would in a more peaceful system, because a more unstable economy provides opportunity to make money from speculation. Speculation begins to dominate over long-term investment and enterprise. Minsky argued that institution and policy must work to bring about three things: economic efficiency, social justice, and personal liberty. This becomes particularly important in a world of high corporate and household debt, because it means that companies and families can continue to service this debt without bankruptcy or defaults. Catastrophic bets, born of overconfidence and hubris, are frequently made. This would not be so bad if the effects were limited to the firms that made the bets, but it is usually society at large that ends up paying for the bailout. Instead of paying off their mortgages, people use their home equity as a cash machine. But when house prices began to fall in 2007, the outstanding debt finally mattered, and mass defaults occurred. With their fingers burned, banks and lenders stopped lending even to people with sound finances and prosperity. Minsky's shocking conclusion is that capitalism is flawed mainly because it handles capital poorly. The author calls for an activist central bank that does not simply act as lender of last resort, but actively guides the evolution of the banking and financial institutions so as to prevent cyclical instability. Financial innovations, Minsky concludes, are likely to make instability a permanent feature of capitalism, and it is instability that brings unemployment, currency fluctuations, inflation, deflation, and poverty.